Welcome to Live Interactive English. Hello everyone, I'm Karen.
Hello everybody, I am Shane and we're looking at part 2 of Phu Quoc, a perfect winter break.
That's right. So in part 1, we already learned a lot of wonderful things about Phu Quoc, right?
Right, well, we learned that it's got some beautiful beaches.
Exactly.
And if you're going to go there, the best time to go is actually during the winter holidays here, right? When it's cold in Taiwan. That's the best time to go there because it's their dry season and it's still pretty cool. It's not too hot. If you go other times, it's pretty darn hot.
Exactly. Now, when I think of Vietnam, I also think about the Vietnamese food.
Oh man, that reminds me. I made a huge mistake the first time I went to Vietnam.
What was it?
I forgot. Okay, when you think of Vietnam and you're talking about food, what's the first thing you think of?
Pho?
Yeah.
Of course, the beef noodle, right?
Can you believe, well, it doesn't always have to be beef.
Oh, that's
just
true.
Because you're not a vegetarian.
It could be seafood.
It could be anything. It's just like the soup and the broth with the noodles and they put some kind of meat, but actually I get it with seafood. But I forgot to have it when I was there.
You didn't have pho when you visited Vietnam?
I think because it was still pretty warm when I went there. Like I went when it was hot, actually. And I just didn't want to have hot soup when I went there. But now I do regret it.
But it's so famous. It's like trying beef noodle in Taiwan.
Well, no one ever said that I was the smartest person. So.
And do you know they also have the fresh spring rolls?
Oh,
Not
I love
the crispy ones, but I love the fresh spring rolls as well.
Dip them in like the fish sauce.
Oh, they're so good. And actually, they feel really healthy too when you're eating them. They're not deep fried.
And they're perfect. They're perfect when it's a little bit hot outside. Okay, let's get into part 2.
All right.
Besides lying on a beach, there are many entertaining things to do in Phu Quoc. Swimming, taking boat rides, and fishing are all very popular activities. Another cool thing to try is snorkeling, as the clear blue waters around Phu Quoc make it a great place to observe many different kinds of fish. On land, much of the island is covered in forests, so many people choose to go hiking to see plants and waterfalls. Animal lovers can also visit Vin Pearl Safari, where giraffes, elephants, and tigers wander free.
All right, so we're looking at part 2 of Phu Quoc, a perfect winter break.
Yay, I can't wait to learn more about this beautiful place. Besides lying on a beach, there are many entertaining things to do in Phu Quoc. Okay, so it's not just about relaxing on the beach. I'm sure there are plenty of entertaining activities we can do. So what does it mean when I say something that's entertaining? Well, that's an adjective. It just means to keep a group of people interested or enjoying themselves. For example, that show was so entertaining, I'd love to see it again. I mean, that means I really enjoyed watching that show.
Okay, all right. So it's not just about lying out on the beach. There's other things to do. So continuing, swimming.
Okay, I like that.
Taking boat rides. And fishing are all very popular activities. Okay, so have you done all of those things before?
Yes, but not fishing though. I've gone on boat rides and snorkeling and swimming.
You've never gone fishing before? Really?
No,
Ever
not
in your
really.
life? Interesting. Okay. Another cool thing to try is snorkeling. Right? So snorkeling is when you swim near the surface of the water while you're wearing a mask. You've got fins and a snorkel, which is kind of like a tube, and that's what you breathe through. So that's what snorkeling is. So cool thing to try is snorkeling, as the clear blue waters around Phu Quoc make it a great place to observe many different kinds of fish.
So I can only imagine that the ocean must be very, very clear, right? Because if you want to go snorkeling, if the ocean is not very clean or clear,
if it's murky and kind of dark or sandy,
you won't be able to see anything.
That's terrible, right? You won't be able to observe any nature down there, any of the beautiful fish, or maybe some of the plants down there. So to observe is a verb, just means to watch somebody or something carefully, especially to learn more about them. So, for example, we observed birds flying in the sky.
Ah, for those bird lovers out there, that's what they would do, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's continue. On land, much of the island is covered in forests. So many people choose to go hiking to see plants and waterfalls.
Oh, fun.
Wow, so those are some of the things that you can do on land. Not just the activities in the water, like snorkeling and swimming, but you can also enjoy other parts of nature, right?
That sounds like kind of like a paradise, right?
It really does.
With your beautiful beaches with clear waters, but then you can also hike and go and see waterfalls.
Ooh, okay, so what's a waterfall? That's a noun. A waterfall basically means a place where water flows over the edge of a steep, high cliff in hills or mountains and falls into a pool below.
So fun.
Usually it's really, really pretty.
Yes.
Okay, so for example, after walking through the forest, Carl arrived at a beautiful waterfall. Usually that's what happens for people who love hiking.
Yeah.
And then they would eventually get to like a beautiful place where I get to see the lake, a pond, or a waterfall.
Yeah, I've had like a couple hiking experiences in Taiwan where I just didn't really know where I was hiking to. I was just hiking. And I ended up at a waterfall having no idea. And that feeling is just like, wow, there's something about a waterfall that is just majestic, right? Okay, continuing the reading. Animal lovers can also visit Vin Pearl Safari, where giraffes, elephants, and tigers wander free.
Wow.
Well, that sounds a little bit scary there, that we have tigers wandering free. I don't mind about giraffes and elephants wandering around, but tigers.
But I'm just guessing if you go to the safari, maybe there'll be somebody who's gonna, drive a car or something.
You'll be in some kind of a vehicle, probably like a truck or something. Right?
They're gonna keep you safe. I'm sure about that.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Wow, so there's like a lot of things that we can do in Phu Quoc.
Lots of activities, right?
Exactly.
Okay, all right, let's take a break and find out more.
All right.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。我们今天要继续跟着课文造访富国岛。那除了躺在海滩上之外，富国岛还有许多有趣的事情可以做，像游泳、搭船、钓鱼都是很受欢迎的活动。那你还可以尝试浮潜。这个富国岛周围清澈的蓝色水域，可以让你观察到许多不同种类的鱼。好，单字 entertaining， 它是形容词，形容有娱乐性的、有趣的或是使人愉快的。Observe 这个动词则表示观察。那文中的 snorkeling 它是指浮潜。Shane 老师他有提到浮潜的一些装备，像 snorkel 是指呼吸管， mask 是指潜水镜或者是潜水面罩， fins 则是指蛙鞋。好，另外老师们也有提到适合浮潜的区域呢，这个水必须是很清澈的，不能是浑浊或者是有很多沙的。好，老师这时候用到 murky 这个字 M-U-R-K-Y， murky 是形容肮脏的、不清楚的或是不明朗的。还有用到 sandy S-A-N-D-Y， sandy 可以形容铺满沙的或是很多沙的。好，课文接着提到，富国岛上大部分的地区都被森林覆盖，那因此呢，许多人选择徒步旅行来观赏植物和瀑布。喜欢动物的人还可以去参观这个珍珠野生动物园，那边有长颈鹿啊、大象还有老虎，它们都是自由的游荡着哦。好，看到 waterfall 这个字是指瀑布。Shane 老师有用到 majestic 来描述瀑布，那它是拼作 M-A-J-E-S-T-I-C。majestic 是形容壮丽的、雄伟的。那这边2个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看第一个重点是 besides 当介系词的时候，后面接名词或动名词，表示除了点点点之外还有什么，意思就相当于 in addition to。举例来说 Kate can speak other languages besides English。除了英语之外 Kate 还会说其他语言。那第二个重点是 where 当关系副词的用法。首先 where 可以引导形容词子句来修饰或是限定某个地点，那这时候要用限定用法， where 的前面不加逗号。例如 This is a place where you can feel at home。 这是一个你可以感到自在的地方。那么 a place 是不明确的地点，后面紧接着这个关系子句来限定它的范围。第二个，我们可以用 where 引导形容词子句来补述说明特定的地点，这时候是用非限定用法， where 的前面要加逗号。例如 Eric spent 2 months a year in Tainan, where most of his relatives live. Eric 1年有2个月待在台南，他大部分的亲戚都住在那里。那么台南是明确的地点，后面接的关系子句是用来补充说明，所以记得用逗号隔开来。接着回到课文中。
Perhaps the most impressive attraction, however, is the non-tom cable car. This is the world's longest 3-wire cable car, and it takes riders from the south of Phu Quoc over the sea to a completely different island, Non-Tom. Those who brave the high journey will find themselves next to Aquatopia, Non-Tom's excellent water park. Phu Quoc may be a relatively small island, but it has big appeal. If you enjoy catching some rays on beautiful beaches, speeding down water slides, or seeing all kinds of animals, it might be the perfect winter destination for you.
Welcome back, everybody. So before the break, we found out that Phu Quoc is not just about lying on the beach and enjoying the sand and just staring at the ocean. There are lots of activities there. You can go swimming, you can go snorkeling, you can go to boat rides, you can go fishing, and if you're afraid of the water for some reason, you can go on land too. There's forests, so you can go hiking, see beautiful waterfalls. There's so much to do there.
And you can even see animals too.
That's right. You see elephants and tigers and giraffes, so you can go on a safari as well.
You know, I'm definitely going to visit Phu Quoc, but I hope it's not too expensive.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, budget is important.
Okay, let's learn more about it. Perhaps the most impressive attraction, however, is the Non-Tom cable car. This is the world's longest 3-wire cable car, and it takes riders from the south of Phu Quoc over the sea to a completely different island. Non-Tom.
No way!
Yeah.
So you can travel from Phu Quoc over to the island without a boat. You can actually just take
the cable
car all the way there.
Over the sea.
That's insane.
So you can enjoy the scenery while you're on it.
That sounds so amazing. Okay, cool. Those who brave the high journey, oh wow, it's high too, will find themselves next to Aquatopia.
Okay.
Non-Tom's excellent water park.
Wow.
Oh, cool. So they've got a water park there as well, Aquatopia.
I wonder if they have like a bunch of different types of water slides.
Oh, I'm not sure about that, but I'm sure they must have an aquarium there.
Okay, well, let's learn more. Phu Quoc may be a relatively small island, but it has big appeal. Oh, what does it mean when I say it has big appeal? Appeal, that is a noun. It basically means a quality that makes somebody or something attractive or interesting. So for example, you could say, I don't understand the appeal of jazz. Like the jazz, the type of music.
Yeah, and you can also use it as an adjective saying something is is appealing. It just means that something is very appealing to you. That means that it's very attractive to you. Right?
Exactly.
Okay, continuing the reading. If you enjoy catching some rays on beautiful beaches, speeding down water slides
in the water park,
or seeing all kinds of animals, it might be the perfect winter destination for you. So what does it mean to catch rays?
Well, catching rays, basically it's like enjoying the sun, right?
Kind of like when you are just like doing some sun tanning or something. It's like a ray is just what?
Ray is basically a thin beam of light or some other radiation. So for example, you could say, the sun's rays woke me up when they came through the window.
Right, so when you say you're catching some rays, that what you mean is you're sun tanning.
So what does it mean to say it's a perfect destination?
Right, a destination is the place where someone is going or where something is being sent or taken to.
Okay. Right? Well, I think I really want to visit Phu Quoc, but we do have a what do you think question, so let me ask you.
Okay.
If you had only one day in Phu Quoc, what would you do? I mean, we told you about so many different activities, so many different beautiful sceneries.
Just one
It's one day,
huh? Oh boy, well, I would definitely take the cable car to get there. Once I got there, oh boy, it's really hard to tell because I do like to lie on the beach and relax, but it's just one day. Maybe Aquatopia.
Okay, that sounds really fun.
Just make it a fun day, just go crazy, yeah.
Well, I'm a little bit greedy, so other than just Aquatopia, maybe I could spend like half a day in Aquatopia and half a day maybe going snorkeling or swimming, and then I want to see the waterfall too. I wonder if I can do everything in one day.
You just have one day, don't be so greedy, you'll be so exhausted. Okay, well that's all the time that we have for Phu Quoc, and hopefully you can make it there. Hopefully we can make it there, and maybe we'll see you. Maybe we'll see you there.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
课文接着介绍了香岛缆车，它是世界上最长的3线缆车，把乘客从富国岛南部跨海载到一个完全不同的岛屿，也就是香岛。那么乘客就会发现自己来到 Aquatopia， 它是个很棒的水上乐园哦。那尽管富国岛可能是相对比较小的岛屿，但是它有很大的吸引力。如果同学们喜欢在美丽的海滩上享受阳光，喜欢玩滑水道或是观赏各种动物，那富国岛可能就是你完美的冬季目的地了。好，单字 appeal 它表示吸引力或是魅力，它的相关词性 appealing 则是形容具有吸引力的、迷人的。那么 ray 这个名词它表示光线、光束，那么 catch some rays 就可以表达晒一会儿太阳。那这边一个重点，我们进入文法时间。好，我们来看这个重点是 find 加受词加受词补语，它是指发现点点点处于某状态。动词 find 在这边是表达发现、发掘。那受词补语可以用到现在分词 VING、过去分词 PP， 或是形容词，或者是介系词片语。那我们分别造一个例句。Mary found her cat sleeping on her laptop.Mary 发现她的猫睡在她的笔电上，这边的补语是用现在分词 VING。He found the door unlocked， 他发现门没锁，那这时候补语是用过去分词 PP。The little girl found her grandma asleep on the couch， 小女孩发现她阿嬷在沙发上睡着了，这时候补语是用到形容词。They found the house in a mess， 他们发现房子里乱七八糟。那这时候补语是用到介系词片语。好，那么以上的讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。
Besides lying on a beach, there are many entertaining things to do in Phu Quoc. Swimming, taking boat rides, and fishing are all very popular activities. Another cool thing to try is snorkeling, as the clear blue waters around Phu Quoc make it a great place to observe many different kinds of fish. On land, much of the island is covered in forests, so many people choose to go hiking to see plants and waterfalls. Animal lovers can also visit Vin Pearl Safari, where giraffes, elephants, and tigers wander free. Perhaps the most impressive attraction, however, is the non-tom cable car. This is the world's longest 3-wire cable car, and it takes riders from the south of Phu Quoc over the sea to a completely different island, non-tom. Those who brave the high journey will find themselves next to Aquatopia, non-tom's excellent water park. Phu Quoc may be a relatively small island, but it has big appeal. If you enjoy catching some rays on beautiful beaches, speeding down water slides, or seeing all kinds of animals, it might be the perfect winter destination for you.
Hey, Winnie, I just wanted to say thanks for covering my shift the other day.
Oh, no sweat.
It's time for translations, and the topic is ways to reply to thanks, all right? So the first one is 小意思. How would you say that in English? 小意思.小意思.
You are welcome.
Yeah, sure, but even smaller.
I want to say a piece of cake. No.
Ah, 小意思.
No problem.
Yes,
No problem.
okay, no problem. Or it's nothing, okay? What about this? 不足以挂齿. 不足以挂齿.
There's nothing to thank me about.
It doesn't fulfill your expectation, is it?
It's similar to the first one.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Don't.
No worries. Is it?
Similar.
To say
No
so.
idea.
Oh, okay. Don't mention it.
Yeah.
Don't mention it. Okay.
But that one was hard. What did we learn today?
Today we learned some different ways to reply to thanks. The first one is no sweat. The verb sweat means moisture coming through the pores of the skin after something that is reacting to heat. And no sweat is a casual phrase that we use. It's to tell someone that what you've done is easy or you didn't have to go out of your way to do something, so they don't have to worry about it. Other ways of saying this could be don't sweat it or don't worry about it. Our next one is don't mention it. In the phrase, the word mention is a verb, and it means to bring up or talk about something. So the phrase, don't mention it, has the meaning of you're welcome, because you're telling the other person they don't need to talk about it or they don't need to bring it up, so it's not a big deal. That's all we have for translations today. KiWi later.